Let us now look at some elements of the curricula for peace education. Based on the philosophy of peace education, the curricula would be definitely focusing on nonviolence. We do not want fights, we do not want conflicts, we do not want wars. How do we resolve conflicts nonviolently and thereby promote peace? So that would be one aspect of what should be taught in a curriculum for peace education and studies. The second is love as the basis of transformation, translated into caring classrooms. Teachers are responsible for translating classrooms into caring environments. What a teacher does in the classroom predominantly will determine what the students do. Students learn vicariously from what the teacher does in a classroom. And love is the basis of transformation. So if the teacher can understand this individual student from the student's point of view, from the student's perspective, and can transform a young life and the 20, 25, 30, 40 lives in the classroom in his or her care, then peace will be promoted, because students will understand that love can change things around. Reverence for the environment and for all life. The environment is critical, and all life, not just human life, plants, animals, birds, insects, everything, all living things are part of this planet. And the environment, even the innate things, the mountains, the lands, those kinds of things are also important for human life to sustain. And when we have wars, when we have fights, a lot of the environment gets destroyed. And as the environment gets destroyed, there are less resources available. And then, due to the less resources, conflicts arise. If we want peace, we will have to understand that all human life, all animal life, all plant life, all life on earth, and the environment are critical to sustainable peace. Processes of peace education include, if we want the process of peace education to flourish, to grow, we will have to see what this includes. And so, skills of conflict resolution. This is critical. Every human being must understand how conflict resolution can happen. Conflicts will be there. Conflicts happen between brothers and sisters, between spouses, happens between parents, happens at the home, happens outside. In any form, how should the conflict be handled? And an important key player here are parents. When children fight, what do parents do? And many times parents do the wrong things, and the conflict does not get resolved. One has to learn what these tools are. One has to learn how conflict can be resolved and helped. And so, this depends on two things: attitudes and values. What attitudes do I as an individual have towards conflict? What attitudes do I as an individual have towards conflict resolution, conflict management, and thereby, do I really promote peace? So one's attitudes will speak heavily in this respect, and will one's values. Values and principles. As human beings, we have our own values and principles, and sometimes these values and principles are in conflict with what we think is the right thing to do. And so, for a human being to understand that, yes, I may believe in this, but in this particular situation, this is not the right thing to do. And a lot of times in classrooms, teachers can help students learn some of these attitudes and values by what the teacher professes, by what the teacher does, the process the teacher uses in the classroom when a conflict arises. These rest on the ethos of having enough for all to sustain life. One's attitudes and values depend on, do we have enough for everybody? Or is it, if there's enough for me, I'm happy, I don't care for the rest? That's not a good attitude, that's not a good value, that's not a good principle. So we must all look at what is there for everyone, including me and everybody else around me. If I'm only focused on myself, that's not good in promoting peace.